Hey, that was my 4th of July salute. 4th of July is over though, guys. So no more fireworks, okay? Although I've already heard a lot of people say because of the kind of bad weather, which didn't end up actually being bad weather, it's actually nice, but a lot of people were like, oh, you know, I'm saving my fireworks till Saturday, and I'm like, oh, great. But I guess most people don't work Saturday night anyway.
People didn't stop in my street. They crazy.
No, there was, I mean, we did some small fireworks, and everyone around us was doing them, but I was sure a lot of people say I think they canceled their 4th plans because of the forecast of rain.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why people pay attention to our weather anymore. Like, it doesn't never make sense. Accurate.
It's always a coin flip if it's actually going to be accurate. Because like there was a big storm downpour in which, did you see the video of my gutter?
Yeah.
I literally sent it to the guy and he's like, wow, that looks like a hose fully turned on. I'm going to come fix that. And I was like, yeah, I think so.
I mean, hey, I guess it's not on the house, you know?
Yeah,
got that going for you. Yeah, that was pretty funny. There's definitely just a big hole there. What's good, Crater? U2 Nosy, what up? The double U2 Nosy. He's twice as nosy as normal. Ugh. The morning back pops go crazy, guys. It ran pretty hard here before dark, but it stopped by the time people started shooting things. That's kind of how it was here, actually. It was, well, I feel like it might have rained a little bit. Oh, no. I say it might have. I know it rained because I got freaking soaked. I went to the gym and then went and got food afterwards, and just going inside to get food, my feet had water in them. Like, my shoes were literally like filled with water. Like, that's how much it was raining. But yeah, after that it was totally good. How's everyone's 4th? Well, we're here, so we lived.
We survived. Did some grilling, had a good time. Posted something in food chat, you know.
Stir-fried. You got a 3600 and a 1650. What should you upgrade? I'd upgrade that 1650. I feel like we don't get questions like those often. Usually it's always like, I have a 3600 with like a 4060. What should I upgrade? And I'm like, you know, you got a pretty balanced build, but no, you could definitely use a better graphics card.
Yeah, I made way too much food. I was like, because now the grill, I want to like grill everything. I want to try grilling so many different things. So I did chicken wings for the first time with burgers, and then we had pasta salad. It was way too much food.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
It was way too much, but it was delicious. Always amazed how much money people will spend on fireworks. So people will spend a fortune on it. And also here, you know, you gotta work for your fireworks.
Yeah, legally we're not supposed to have ones that shoot off the ground. You're supposed to have like only fountains and stuff.
Go to Indiana though.
Yep, literally just cross the bridge. Tens of thousands of dollars burning there. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about, but you know, freedom.
Freedom, let it ring, brother.
You know, think about a lot of the stuff people spend money on, you know, and fireworks aren't really like that absurd.
Nah, it's not. Wow, lights. There's people on my narrow ass street just in the middle of the street shooting off fireworks, and I'm just like, it sounded like they were going off in my house. So I was like, what the?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the whole in the street thing. I feel like you should, you know, contain it to your own driveway or yard.
No, they were putting it in the middle of the street, and it just, yeah, it was wild.
People don't always do the best job at cleaning up after themselves either.
Yeah.
Hello, President Byron.
Byron. Yes, we have. Everything's been ordered. We went for a basically entry-level AM5 PC build with an upgrade path with the 1660 Supers and Ryzen 5 7600. Was it X or non-X?
Non-X.
Non-X.
It's kind of like the cheapest way to get into 7000 series with everything like good parts.
And without waiting on AliExpress for 7500F to show up.
Right. That, and also not having to, I mean, really the next best like card that would actually make sense with it would be like probably the, like as far as new goes, I mean probably a 4060 or 7600 or 6600.
Yeah.
And all of those are like usually $200+.
Do we buy this used?
This is the last case from David.
Oh, we really still had another one?
That was, yeah. Well, there was, you know, it was one of those things where like, I think when Jonah plans builds, he doesn't always like know to like go look. So,
or he's very keen on a certain aesthetic.
Yeah, no, I've been very, that's why my builds are not always the greatest, you know, is I'm like, this is also, like I would never buy this.
A 120 mil, baby?
Yeah, 120 mil and like a Cooler Master 120 of all things, like it's just kind of random.
You want to double up on this?
Yeah, double up or whatever you think's gonna look the best, whatever will fit.
We'll find out what fits. The Bros of Toast. Who was the fella that had the MX-5? Jonah.
Like Miata? I think someone a Miata. That would have been me. How do you know about the Hunter? I had that thing like,
Did you make a video on it at all on DIY?
no, this was.
I remember
back
when you
in,
had it. That was a long time
like in
ago.
high school, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember. You know what? I have a memory. I remember bringing it over to your house one time,
Yep.
and then we went to get pizza, Zach and I. And I remember that was the first time I ever found out that like Zach like really doesn't like his hair getting messed up, because I remember he was like, "Can we put the top up?" And I was like, "What?" Like it was like hot out, and it didn't have AC, and I'm like, "Why does the top need to be up?" Like, man, it's kind of messing up my hair. I was like, "Oh, okay."
So this only has 24 pin.
What is your favorite brand for GPU? That's a really tough question. Oh, you got a new ride? All right, I'll check it out.
Oh, this is the one you bought an extra cable for.
Where did you post it, by the way? Like what part of Discord? Yeah, we don't really have like favorite brands usually, just because we're very like unbiased. I know we look bi, but we're very unbiased tech YouTubers. So we like to kind of just use a little bit of everything. It's really all about bang for buck and like what's reputable and what's not for us.
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to like GPU brand, I know a lot of like average consumers will buy one company and kind of stick with it. I think for a while there, I was probably, if I was being honest for GPUs, when EVGA was around, I always liked EVGA GPUs, especially for like NVIDIA cards, they were great.
And because you get their power supplies with it.
And their power supplies are great, so I probably would have stuck with them, but honestly, it just depends on what the best bang for buck is.
See, rather not send it to everyone on Discord. Oh, you PM'd it. All right, I'm gonna look. Is it like is it the panty wagon?
The panty wagon?
Where did you?
Maybe the car channel? We do have a car channel.
I'll go look for that. Car chat. Is it the purple one? Is it the waifu one?
The wife?
No way this is you, Hunter Fabia. No, we have not caught the, well, there's a good chance that robber could have sent. I sent Matt, not yourself. Just add me.
Oh, you
sent it to Matt, okay.
Oh, let me see.
I'll add you back too, Hunter Fabia. If I can figure out how. No, but look at, you see this one though. I was like, there's no way.
That can't be
Because
it.
that isn't Miata. I was like, there's no way.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
What the Sigma? What the Sigma? Okay. So that's a, what is that, an NB? Is that an NB, Hunter? I'm gonna cream my pants to figure out how much did you pay for it. I'm just saying, man. I was buying. What? Oh, it's not a Miata. It's an MX-3. Okay, so that's not a country thing, right? I don't feel like we have MX-3s here.
Explain yourself, Hunter.
Show yourself.
How much that PC sale for? Nasty Yoda. Oh God, why are you nasty? This PC will be 12. And if it does get listed, which I am just counting, we have Joan has so many builds.
Yeah.
We have 3 in there, I think. Actually, let me get a live count of the PCs that we hope will get on the website during this sale.
You opened the stream to me creaming myself? Huh?
Okay, so these are done.
So it has 124,000 miles. It's a 91, and you paid 1,400. Wow, that's pretty good. Is it a 5-speed, like manual?
I think we're gonna have 5.
Yeah, 5. And that's and that's the minimum, you know.
Well, yeah, no, we got.
If we don't
Well, not
find
even count. I don't think I
something
even counted this one. I think it's 6.
And that's assuming we don't have any, like, we always buy like the local trade-ins and stuff, and so those will just randomly get thrown up there too.
So yeah, so we'll have a bunch that will get up on the website today. But yeah, Freedom 5% off. I mean, some of our high-end builds, I think that ends up saving you like $60 to $70. So
It should be merch too, guys.
yeah, you can get some merch if you want to. When a PC Bros build match, you can do that. A lot of options.
Needs a little work, right mirror, a few small things. That's still, it's a good deal.
Let's see. Sorry, the person who sent the message about the PC restarting. Could you send that again?
Oh, that's what I was trying to remember what I was doing. I was like, I was gonna add Hunter Fabio back.
Hunter Flavio.
Let me do this.
The Flavio Hunter. Let's go ahead and screw this fan. Figure out what we want to do with it in a minute. Hi from Belgium. Hello. Happy day after 4th of July. Yes, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. We know it's normally a long weekend kind of day when we pull into our parking lot here and there's nobody here.
Yeah,
Nobody
no,
from
there
any
is-
of the businesses.
Yeah, no, I was talking because I went and had breakfast with my grandma. She's like, "Yeah, it seems like so many people are taking off work today. I don't get why. The holiday was yesterday." And I was like, "I think it's probably because they know like everybody gets like sauced."
Yes.
And then they're like,
it's one day.
they don't want a
so-
ton of call-ins, you know.
Yeah. We just handle it. we just deal with it.
All right, how do I add people on this Discord app?
Discord.
Add friend.
Reddit says the MX3 was the second smallest production V6 ever made.
V6, really? There's no way.
Probably.
Are you sure it's an? I'm confused, Hunter, because I'm like, I mean, that strip just looks like an MX-5 Miata. Like they're the same thing. Like Miata MX-5. It's just the name of the MX-5.
People doing mortars until 2 a.m. last night. Glad I took off. Ugh.
Yeah, and it's even the same. I would say even the 1.6 there. I mean, it's right. He's making shit.
Probably better for insurance. They don't come in today. Well, I mean, yeah, there is an insurance building, the insurance business.
Yeah, no, they're just like they're like, yep. Let's
Good luck selling insurance or mortgages today.
we're gonna take care of the claims tomorrow.
Yeah. What's up, Bruce? How you doing?
Dude, how do you freaking add? Oh, here we go. Incoming 123 incoming friend request. Hunter Fabio, right at the top of the list.
I'm glad he's up there. No, we get brands who add us for brand design. I'm like, there's 100 incoming friend requests. Like, can you tell me what your name is, please?
Yeah. You're gonna rock the PC Bros hat on stream? We
Let's
might have to
freaking
do a little
go.
raid then. I don't know.
Yeah, are you gonna be are you gonna be raiding? Are you gonna be streaming so we could raid you?
We had a sub goal of 10 subs.
Have we met it yet?
It says 2 minutes ago.
Oh, that's freaking
Where did that come from?
I just made a random 10 sub goal, honestly, a while ago. It's just a food fun sub goal.
I got a question. What do I need to do when my PC keeps restarting while you're gaming? Well, if it's restarting, there's probably a problem. So, I mean, you're either overheating more than likely or you got like a software issue, I would guess.
7500F or 7600. If you're willing to wait for the 7500F, it's really cheap right now. You can save, I think right now, unless you find a sale on a 7600 for under $200, you're gonna save about 60 to 70 bucks. You'll lose the iGPU, which if you don't care about it, that's fine. But yeah, it's just what you're willing to wait. There are some from AliExpress that are fast shipping, but even then, that's still a week and a half for you to get it, which isn't bad, but compared to Amazon, where you can get it in 2 days. It really just depends. Depends on what you're willing to wait for. And that
Easy
money's
willing
worth
to
it for
wait.
you. Do you ship to Africa? No, not at this time, unfortunately. Really, our only international shipping options, and we're still kind of limited on that, is to Canada, I guess Mexico and the UK. I don't even know if we do Mexico anymore. I know we had the whole issue with Mexico.
I never really know if we ship internationally or not.
It's kind
Feels
of,
like it changes.
it's whatever it says on the website, because we leave it up to the discretion of the people who have to deal with buying the labels and claims if stuff ends up in customs, which isn't us, so.
But they think it is every time.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, why are you holding my PC? And I'm like, does it look like we live there?
You should play the first Descendants to add to the benchmarks. It's free. When
I've
did
been
that
hearing
game
a lot of
come out?
people talk about that one.
What is it?
Isn't that it's a looter shooter, I think? Is it Battle Royale too, or is it? I don't know.
550 gold, 750 bronze. 550. What are they priced
Depends
the
on the
same?
brand.
And the brand, yeah.
Because there's like not all golds are like if you're talking
No.
like a 550 gold Gomdius versus a 750 like Thermaltake, I would be
do
like, oh, get the Thermaltake.
And if the prices are the same, I mean, honestly, 80 plus, when you're building a budget PC with a 4060, the efficiency rating doesn't really matter too much. I mean, normally, efficiency can determine quality, but is not necessarily the #1 factor of like what a good power supply is. There's a lot more to it. But it's normally a good starting point. And for most people, that's all you really need to care about.
Everything west of I-65 is a myth. What makes you say that?
Interesting.
The hot take of the morning.
Check this, Jack. This thing would smoke your 500-ton truck.
It's my 500-ton truck.
500-ton truck. Eco diesel.
My truck is pretty damn heavy.
Morning, guys. Sorry I'm late. What's up, Smug Grinch? It's Destiny-ish. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that makes sense how it's looter shooter.
Yeah. I've always like thought about getting back into Destiny, but
Man, that was I remember like we were playing that like when it first came out.
was
I feel
fun.
like I feel like the problem was Battle Royale started really getting popular around that same time. So it kind of killed that a
the
little
game
bit.
is still very popular. It's like, I say very popular. It's super popular amongst like its community. Like it's not super like
It's like Safe
mainstream.
TF2.
Yeah, like people who really like that game still play it religiously, and there's still updates, new raids, stuff like that.
I,
So.
I spent an hour explaining to Hunter, like, because he asked about Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah.
So I spent like an hour explaining him like Gary's mod, and, like,
All
all
the
this
lore.
other stuff. Yeah, he just was like, man, I never knew there was anything like that. I was like,
Destiny with boobs and more predatory? Maybe I don't want to play it then.
what is the predatory part?
Probably pay to win is what they mean by that.
Oh, okay.
Like in terms of buying stuff. I don't think that's the terminology I would use.
Especially after you said boobs. That's why I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that game's been out for 10 years. That's crazy.
Wow.
It just updates. I love it.
Hashtag save Titanfall.
All the microtransactions, yes. Radeon GPU are more bang for the buck. Most of the time, AMD GPUs, especially right now, are the better bang for the buck option.
Or so we tell people.
Especially for gamers, yes. Destiny is my main shoddy. You still play that game regularly? That's your main game? Fire.
Is it Hunter Fabia?
I
don't know why, it just seems like something he'd say. Or World of Tanks.
Toast. What would you suggest to clean monitors? Just glass cleaner. Ammonia free is normally the best.
And a microfiber.
And
Don't
a
use paper
microfiber.
towels.
Yeah, don't use paper towel. Cookie Clicker is a game to benchmark, yes.
If you guys want like the ultimate hack for cleaning anything like glass or just anything smooth, use one microfiber that you can borderline get damp with Windex, and then use another one that you just keep clean and dry. So you basically, wipe the whole thing down really good with the damp one, and then use the dry one, and you'll get like the most streak-free clean ever.
The 2-towel method.
Yes. Oh, we got Cooler Master Paste, Master Gel. Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Let's see. This fan on the back side, that fan. and we'll just do
Cooler Master.
Double up.
Cooler.
I feel like every time we use a 120 mil, I feel like I'm just like building a cyber power pre.
Yeah, it really. Yeah, those companies are so weird for like that was such a long run of 120 mils. I feel like that's the only reason they exist.
I'm gonna go for a 7800 X3D with a 47 Super. I don't know if a 7700X is also a good option for that GPU. Yes, it is. I will say, it was a video that's going live Sunday. We kind of pushed the boundaries with a 4080 Super and a 7700X. It was a non-X actually. And if you're gaming at 4K, no major difference realistically. If you're gaming at like 1440p super high refresh rate or even 1080p high refresh rate, get the 7800X 3D. The reason you're probably asking, and I've noticed too, is on Newegg and Amazon, there are pretty long lead times for 7800X 3Ds right now because they're just really popular. So, it might be worth it, but honestly, if you are gonna go that balls to the wall with a 4070 Super and 7800X 3D, if you have the budget for it, I would get it because you'll like it a lot more in the long run. But you're not gonna be disappointed if you go with the non-X3D either.
Double fans for double the cooling. This makes it a 240 millimeter fun fact, guys.
Yeah, 2 fans. Destiny actually released a new expansion. It's quite good. Nice. 50 series GB from Nvidia going to be more power demanding. Probably. I don't know how much more power demanding they can get, to be honest, but I say that every generation and they get more power demanding. Do you like our mini PC name?
The Boner Toasty Bros.
Do you see that was what when he had the
Yeah, I
label
saw
maker?
McAllister do that.
They slapped it on our PC, and I was like, let's just put it on the mini PC now.
Yeah, it's a fire little idea.
I wouldn't even recommend the 7800X 3D for a gamer, unless you need the extra cores for streaming or video editing. I feel like for just 90% of people, the 7800X 3D is plenty. It's crazy that things have changed so much that we were in such a race to have the most cores, and AMD was even doing that, and now the best value gaming CPU is just an 8-core 16-thread.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
See, that's the crazy part. Tim says, I have the 7800X 3D, but only because it was cheaper at the time. And I'm just like, it's so weird.
Y'all don't need all that. It's too much.
How cheap is first and second gen at the moment? It depends on eBay. eBay pricing, I would say first and second gen Ryzen kind of holds its value a little bit. A 2700 for $60 is a good deal. It depends. I know you did a video on first gen Ryzen benchmarking. It's still good. It's just, you really want to, almost like the second and third gen, like if you care about, the whole Windows 11 support, you really need third gen to make it work. And also, honestly, anytime we buy first or second gen regularly, it's normally like an AliExpress deal, so.
Oh no, my
Facebook Market we don't really pay attention to, because here it sucks.
Yeah, it's
PC hardware is horrible here right now for Facebook Market in general, so I can't really give you much on that.
if you're like a flipper and you can pay attention to it a lot, you will find good deals. It's just when we get on there once a month, we get
Dead
discouraged
AF.
pretty quick because those good deals don't last long, so we don't see them. But you can do one thing that you can do on Facebook that's really cool is you can actually set up keyword posting. Basically, where anytime someone makes a listing that has a certain thing in the title, like for example, if I'm ever looking for like a new Datsun car, let's say, I'll put like save search results for Datsun, and anytime someone posts one or multiple, it'll like send me a notification and be like, hey, there were multiple Datsuns posted today, and then you just click it and then it'll show you.
Bypass Windows 11. Oh no, we know you can bypass Windows 11 installs on pretty much anything. On a Core 2 Duo, you can make it work.
Ooh, three regedit keys, regedit.
But yeah, the reason that we have, like, again, we are in the boat that we think Windows 11 is going to work on anything for as long as possible. But the other side of the argument is you can do these bypasses to get unsupported hardware with Windows 11. It's just eventually is Microsoft going to block updates on those?
Yeah.
That's the only concern, but you can get Windows 11 installed on anything.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, I feel like I've really only had good luck with it. Like, I don't feel like I've never seen updates blocked so far, but
I had so the only issue I've had personally is my computer at home that had Windows 10 with a Windows 11 upgrade that didn't have TPM enabled. It refused to get any more updates, and it was pretty behind.
weird.
Which that could have just been a weird one-off use case, but and that was with a 5800X, and that's natively supported. So that could have just been a random one-off use case, but.
yeah, it'd be more worrisome if it wasn't supported. Then you'd be like, oh, it's true. But,
It's true, it's happening.
Do we recommend AMD card PCs for flipping? So funny enough, it really depends on your market. It depends on who's buying and who's not. But I will say,
Does this come with any long screws? Or the only ones that went on the fan, I guess I'll use.
yeah, I use those ones. But we had a 5700 XT build with like a 3600, and it was a solid build. I mean, it looked great. It was all name brand parts. Realistically, like, we did the math, and for someone to replicate that build using eBay pricing, it was like $700 something, and we ended up selling it for like $625, and it took me like 2 months to resell it. So, not to say that on our website on PC Bros, it would have sold in a heartbeat for a good amount more, but when you have people that are on Marketplace, usually they kind of know what they want, if that makes sense.
How do I do that?
You can't really you can't give people on Marketplace sales pitches, you really can't. Oh, straight through a random
I
hole.
was like, wait, hold up, that's not right.
Oh, I like that. I'll be moving to my parents' house next week. Where are you moving to? Yes, that was Hunter probably. We've done a couple of Facebook flips, which might be due for another one.
Find
I
one.
need to start hunting because I think those videos do really well when we actually make out on top. We find a really good deal because people really watch it for the deal, and then it's even more exciting. It's fun watching people make some money. But yeah, that last one, the first one we did great. I mean, we flipped it in a day, and we made a couple $100 off that one on Facebook Marketplace. So that was like all natural. That was using my own personal profile, no boosting, no advertising, no saying like, oh, it's at PC Bros. We even we purposely didn't even meet the people here when we sold it, just to keep it really natural. But the second one we bought, it needed a lot of fixing up. We did it, turned out great. I would have thought it'd sell pretty quick, but that 5700 XT, I think, just kind of held it back. So that one took a few months, and we literally made like $12 on it. Because that time I did spend some money on boosting, which, obviously we were honest about. Because then anybody can do that. Yeah. You don't even have to be like a business or anything to boost your post. You see it all the time where it'll say sponsored above it.
It's called pay to win, guys.
Pay to win. It usually doesn't work, honestly, because the people that usually get push sponsored posts are not actually like interested in buying, People don't usually go on Marketplace scrolling. They usually know what they want. Oh, look at Jonah. You all should do an extended stream and build my Micro Center bundle PC.
No.
You know, Jonah, I would consider it if I got your word that you'd stay like extra late today, you know?
Like extra late.
Because we do have, Matt, we were just talking about a minute ago, but I think we have at least 5 builds that need to be listed. At least. And then I'm going to change the due date for that ad, obviously, but I would like you to, it would be really cool if you're able to even start on it at some point today. You know, at least just like rough cut or something like McAllister does. He rough cuts.
Rough cuts.
You had any, oh yeah, no, I did. Trust me, I'm telling you, I'm smart about my ads. I do keywords. I really try to target a broad group of people by adding like benchmarks, which I did. I added benchmarks. I added like FPS numbers and stuff like that.
We also got screwed by their new auto picture picking thing that kept showing a freaking power supply.
Yeah, or the IO shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook has this thing where, I don't know why they do it, but you can post the photos in any order you want, and they'll just like pick like a random photo that they think is best. It's like AI. And so with these PCs, every time, it'll literally just pick a picture of like the back of the PC. So I had to remove those pictures. Because I remember I kept relisting it, and it would just keep doing it. You all thought I was like ill. You guys are like, why do you keep posting pictures of the back? I'm like, I'm not. 6600 XT for 250 or 4060 for 375. Where are you located? 250 sounds expensive for a 6600 XT.
375 is really expensive for a 4060 because they're $299 new. You can find them like on sale for $279.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're not like in the.
That could be Canadian pricing. I won't be surprised.
But yeah, that's a big price difference. I would honestly almost say the 6600 XT.
Yep.
I mean, that's a $125 difference, and I don't think you're getting $125 worth of performance. Oh, really? I didn't know that was a thing. I don't think I've had that happen where you said it makes your pictures really low quality after a week or so if you edit the ad.
I've seen some times where you've done it and like I'm scrolling and I see the picture and it does like lower the res like really hard.
I guess it's probably a thing where they're storing millions of petabytes worth of stuff probably, and so they probably have to kind of nuke some things here and there. It was a crazy coincidence of people selling underpriced gaming PCs locally at the time. That does happen. There's literally like waves here on Marketplace of people selling stuff randomly. So the pictures will look blurred if you wait about 3 days. It'll look like a scam. I know what you mean. Okay. That's very interesting.
So yeah, it was blocking the screw point.
You say you put a warning at the top of your head. What do you put? Beware.
Beware.
This is not a scam.
This is not a scam, I swear.
Does more fans on a GPU mean better? I mean, traditionally, yeah. Basically, when you have like a 3-fan card versus like a 1-fan card, the 3-fan card is usually going to have a little bit higher like clock speeds and boost frequencies. It's generally going to run a little bit cooler, but you're not going to notice like 20 plus FPS difference. We're probably talking like a couple FPS difference. Oh, Facebook is showing low quality pictures. DM me for high quality pics. Okay, that makes sense. For some reason, my mind said like you were putting them in the title, and I'm like, you just put warning in the title.
Warning!
Danger!
Danger! My computer is danger.
I'm gonna go grab me a drink, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, dude, I was actually thinking about ordering some to the office. I had the best cream soda I've ever had in my life.
What brand?
It's called Lost Trail.
I think I've heard of it before.
Yeah, it totally random the glass bottles, and it tastes like a root beer float somehow, like exactly like it.
Oh, and chat, if anyone knows anyone who works at Balls Energy, I already DM'd them on Twitter and they've ignored us.
It's like you got to get everybody to DM them.
Guys, DM them. Just kidding. Please don't do that. But no, it's y'all might. Who's heard of it before? Balls Energy. Have you heard of it? Man, throwback. Isn't that like no? You haven't heard of it? It's an old school. See, Dark Lord Vader. I always grab some when I go to Micro Center.
So you're telling me Dark Lord Vader always grabs balls when he goes to Micro
That's
Center.
so messed up.
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
You haven't heard since 2010. How old has balls been around for a long time?
They've been for a long time. I think this says something about like 30-something years.
That's not. That's almost our age.
That's almost how old.
I mean, that's not old, right, guys?
I mean, apparently we're washed up and old. Always
I definitely
balls.
think when we're doing YouTube, once we hit 30, I think that's when people can start to call us like kind of old, you know?
But basically, we were at Micro Center, and that's honestly, unless you buy it online, that's like the only store I think that has it, which makes sense because it's the most gamer drink like I've ever seen.
Tarko Video says they go in my mouth once I get out of the car.
Ooh.
No, it's really good though. I really liked. I didn't try any other flavors while I was there, but their orange soda one's great. Oh, blue bottles, so blue balls.
Yes. Oh God,
I
here we go.
definitely
Bruce
feel
with
like I
poison
feel like
drink.
Balls has come up with some really funny stuff over the years. Like I'm sure their marketing's hilarious.
Bruce, just live a little, all right?
Poison drink.
Just live a little.
Okay, so Jack Jonah has a 350Z, not an MX-5. Yeah. No, I was saying that's what I was saying. I did have a Miata. I had a 99, and it was a 5-speed. It was the that would have been a 1.8 liter. I think it was the first year of the NB version. But it was really nice.
Basically, it's a coincidence that you brought that up because he hasn't really talked about that ever.
No, yeah, I don't think Jonah. I mean, yeah, Jonah's never owned a Miata. Oh yeah, all my Datsun's a manual. All my Datsun's Manuel.
Oh my Donson's Manuel.
Yeah, I don't get the whole liquid death thing. Because okay, so there's two things. One, the cans scare me. I've always thought that's a scary name. Number two, I always thought it was alcoholic. Every time I see it, it looks like an alcoholic drink. And number three, it's freaking water.
So
It's expensive.
I will say they now sell seltzers and flavored teas under the same brand because Caitlin actually really likes the flavored tea ones. I think they really did the whole like liquid death is water as like a marketing
Right.
thing, and now they're like, oh, let's just sell a bunch of other stuff under that name. But yeah, they have like peach teas. They have all the kind of seltzer waters. The teas are good. The water is weird.
That is a popular thing. Is like kind of like what like there's some coffee brands, you know, where they really make them like you die if you drink this.
Yes.
Like there's the what's the one? Is it gun brand or whatever? Like gunpowder coffee? What is it?
Black Rifle.
Black Rifle coffee. Like that's one where
Black Rifle.
their advertising's very like America, you know.
Yeah.
Black Rifle coffee.
I mean, it's Black Rifle coffee.
Your stomach is made of titanium. Yes. Yeah, see, look, you die if you drink this cyanide pill. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Exactly.
they're not that bad. They're really
that
not bad for you.
All right.
It's got a weird design.
This is.
I didn't notice that it has like a spot for a radiator.
It
Oh, you
does.
should have put the 120 right here.
Ah, yes. Fire.
I'm gonna tell Jonah to list it as a 240. I'm gonna say there's two fans on it, so it's 240 millimeters. All right, I need at least one fan header.
We got 2 on this side.
I may actually only need one, honest to God.
All right, Juan it is.
Yeah, I only need one actually. I don't see any other at the moment. USB Type-C, is this board advanced enough to have said thing?
Yes, it is. Same spot.
And also MSI, good on you. It's kind of cool.
Cool. MSI.
What about USB 3? Oh, this is AMD, so it might be at the bottom.
Yeah, it is at the bottom.
All right, go AMD.
Go AMD.
So that's the one thing I gotta give Intel boards is I think almost all of them, they put the USB 3 and C in the same spot.
Yep.
And honestly, I really don't care. It's just when Matt and I are building, you know, it's cool when I got everything memorized, I can just doop, 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 doop. Is it bad I only have one case frame for the AP201? It's all mesh. I mean, not really.
Fine. Are you? I mean, you tell me. Does your PC overheat?
How them temps, cuz?
How the temps? How them temps be?
Playa, how did temps? Pretty good grommets too. What case is this? This is the Velox 100R. I feel like all of MSI cases are just like a number and then an R and then some weird.
And they're all loaded up with RGB. Some of them have glass, some don't. They're all full size.
They're all kind of like the same in a way.
They're fine.
Yeah, oh no, my LED switch got unplugged.
Yeah, I saw that Pinky Tech. So do you drink energy drinks on the reg?
Pinky Tech does?
No, he said he tried Celsius and wasn't a fan of it. I was like
Oh.
curious if he actually drank energy drinks on the regular. He didn't seem like the kind of guy to. That's why I asked. He seemed like a black coffee in the morning kind of
I
guy.
feel like energy drinks are kind of like coffee, you know, where they're like an acquired taste, and once you like them, you'll drink almost any of them.
Yeah, honestly, that's my thing with them. I don't drink them nearly as much as I used to. Nowadays, I just drink coffee in the morning. I do not do energy drinks in the morning anymore. I used to.
Oh god, this is 4-pin.
Oh, is it 4-pin?
Yeah, is there a header on the board? I guess.
Yeah, there actually is.
Is there a 3-pin by it by chance?
No.
Really?
There's only a 4-pin. Oh wait, there's a 3-pin over here.
All right, I'm gonna give you that then, just so that we don't have like one thing. Where the hell is it?
There's a cutout like right here.
Oh. And then I'm gonna need. I don't know if we have one of these, like a 4-pin extension, because the cable's so short.
4-pin.
We have the bin for it, but no cable. Oh, a 4-pin RGB splitter, I guess. That's kind of a waste. Where's the header at?
Bruce, relax, buddy.
Where's the header at again?
Above the power supply.
Oh my god.
It's the only spot where their 4-pin is, yeah.
I'm debating the moral stance of using a splitter just for this 4-pin or just taking the fan out. I guess I should just use it. It's kind of an expensive build. Whatever.
Bruce, I prefer brain rot in energy drinks.
What's the brain rot, Bruce?
No, he was saying the best energy drink is 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Stop mindlessly scrolling on Reels, Shorts, and TikToks.
Brother, that's what we literally make our living on. Don't people
Yeah,
do that?
you don't tell them to stop that. It's literally how we make our living.
And also, there can be healthy amounts.
It's
Bruce.
called moderation, buddy.
Yeah, there can be healthy amounts.
Everything in moderation's fine.
You gotta remember, there's a reason why things like AA exist. You know, some people, they can't handle moderation well, and that's okay. You might not be one of those people, but there's a lot of people out there who can handle just doing 30 minutes of Reels a day.
Black Rifle Coffee, $17 for medium roast, shipping to where I live, $47. I mean, you live in an island in the middle of nowhere, Hunter Fabio. I mean,
Yeah, he lives in Russia, right?
yeah, he's in. Oh no. This is the one that I can actually mess up. Let's plug this in right.
And probably you're in the UK, right?
Yeah, you're in the UK, right?
The place where they have MX3s. I mean, Hunter Fabio, technically we all live on islands. We're all surrounded by water, so just think about it.
If you take all of us, put us together, and then there's water around all of us.
Pangea.
Is that front panale?
That's the front panel, which I didn't know existed on this case. Couldn't find it. He said, I don't live on an island, sad face. I don't live on an island. Guys, PC really short-staffed. Did anyone want to come work?
Yeah, who wants to pick up a shift?
I forget, I do have a standby employee at all times.
We do.
He texted me not too long ago actually asking if we have, he was just like, hey, if you ever need any help, hit me up. I think he said he was done with this training finally.
Ah, sweet.
Making $180 million a year now.
Killing it.
Jackson's jealous because my MX-3 is more beautiful than your truck. It's fine to admit defeat. Hey man, I never really admitted, I never said my truck was beautiful.
That's the daily, bro.
I will say though, with the new wheels, let me see if I got a picture. I gotta show you, Hunter, probably. It's a nice looking truck now. I didn't really love it, but I mean, I always liked my truck, but I never looked at it and thought man, this is it.
This is the truck of my dreams.
I will be the first to tell you, Jonas isn't a car guy because of it, but I don't really look at trucks or SUVs and think oh man, those are nice. I'm really just mainly
They're
cars.
functional.
They're functional, I know, and I love functionality, and I like when they look good. Somewhere here. Oh, here we go. It's right before. Yeah.
What's the best value AM5 motherboard? Any of the Gigabyte DS. Well, I don't remember what they call for AM5. Any of the Gigabyte Micro ATX boards, those are fine. That are B650s, or there's an MSI B650 Pro Wi-Fi full-size board. Is the one we normally go to a lot. It's pretty good.
I guess I don't have any further back pictures, so you just get that one, Hunter. The chrome side mirrors look great. Now, honestly, that's one of my least favorite things about the truck normally is I'm not a big chrome guy. I really like kind of matte and just all one color. So I wish the truck was they call it the midnight edition where it's all black, but honestly, it'd be even hotter than it already is in the summertime. And I think with the black wheels, it looks pretty nice.
Black Rifle Coffee is my go-to now, especially when I'm building PCs.
They sell that at a lot of the outdoor stores. I noticed Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop. That's all they carry is Black Rifle.
Black Rifle.
They've definitely made themselves a brand around the whole just being a man. If you drink this,
Their
you're
social
drinking,
media is like that too.
You're drinking gunpowder. And there's nothing better for the gut health than some good gunpowder in the morning.
Bop, bop, bop.
Pew, pew. 4th of July fears this man.
Yeah, Antec, I definitely want to tell Antec that. I don't think they'll listen to us. They've been doing a lot of cool new cases, but I think honestly, no, I wouldn't even say that's Antec's fault. It's probably a lot of case manufacturers' fault. They just don't make many new cool cases that are micro ATX.
Yeah, that needs to be more mainstream.
It needs to. It's just like, honestly, the boards are more affordable. Most people, like 90% of builds I recommend to people are using a micro ATX motherboard.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and nowadays, you know, full ATX, you don't really get a ton of advantages. I feel like for a while there, you got way more USB ports and stuff. But now, because of like the whole Gen 4 stuff and them needing to like steal USB ports, like, I mean, this is a full-size board here, and yeah, it's not the newest, but yeah, there's literally 2, 4, 6, 7. There's 7 USB ports, which is like very standard. Like what Hunter probably said, their material's boomer oriented.
it's called Facebook targeting, is what I would call it.
Yeah.
It's for the Facebook crowd.
Oh yeah, zip ties. What did Jonah do with those things? Are they in a drawer now?
Zip ties?
They are. They're in a zip tie
nice.
drawer. See if I can pull it out without taking the. Okay, all right. The drawers are growing on me.
It's good.
It's functional.
I still don't like how they feel, but they're functional.
They make me feel some type of way. You've noticed mid ATX in the 40 liter volume. I have never actually looked at like the liter. That's
I only hear people-
that's the HP thing.
Yeah, I only hear people talking about leader when it comes to like mini ITX builds where they're
True.
just trying to like make them real small.
Yeah, I'm a dimensions person. I don't really care to hear about like how many liters of fluid that case would hold. I'd rather know, because there's a lot of cases where they make them really odd shaped, like the Thermaltake Tower, for example. A really awesome case, I like it, mini ITX, but it's very tall. And so they might be able to say like, oh, this case is only, you know, 20 liters. It's the same as like this other really small case, but then you find out, oh, they're like totally different. Totally tubular. Gunther Fabio.
Gunther.
We're surrounded by hunters now. What are we gonna do?
Gunther.
Gunther.
Yeah, Hunter, we have a hunter working here now, and he's better than you.
Oh yeah. He's an optimistic little fella.
He's a better hunter.
They have to fight to the death
Hunter v.
to
Hunter.
settle it. My money's on Hunter.
He's a damn lucky man.
Don't listen to them, Hunter Fabio. It's just Pinky Tech. Pinky Tech, why are you?
Why-
You're
yeah,
always
hold
being
up.
an antagonist.
Yeah, what the hell?
Why can't you just for once be on our side? The only thing we ever agreed upon was Dracula Flow.
Yep.
And look where that got us all.
To greatness.
To glory, to fame.
To glory. That makes sense, Jackson. I suppose just use the volume metric as a way of simplifying the size of a case as into one number as opposed to 3.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's definitely, it's a good start, is I guess how I'd put it. I just think at the end of the day, because you're not really like, you never look at a motherboard and see like, oh, that supports a 20 liter case.
Yeah.
You're looking at the dimensions at the end of the day of everything. So that's what I was saying. I think the dimensions are the most important. You know, it's actually a good thing I used that
Yes,
4-pin splitter, because I just realized I forgot the cooler. Like the block has 4-pin too.
Is this one of our last 6700 XTs, I feel like? For was this from our stables?
Yeah, it was, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm assuming. I didn't even realize it came with this.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'll put that in the stash.
Yeah, since we updated all our staples, we had a couple of straggler graphics cards from the previous generation. I mean,
purging.
6700 XT is still an awesome GPU, but we didn't have the need to keep it in inventory, so we threw it into a custom.
Yeah, there's a few builds coming up. I know we have those the 1650 ones with 2200 Gs.
Yep.
So yeah, there's some really good deals coming to the website. You know, which we always say.
This is an XFX model.
Is that rain? Is that our AC?
Speaking of AC, they should have.
Monday, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's Monday. I keep thinking, it feels like Monday because I was off yesterday. That's Monday. That is pouring rain.
Ooh, we like that. My windows are down. Oh no, Squidward.
Oh, Squidward.
Welcome to the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, all his Datsuns are manual.
Yeah, I've never owned an auto one. I mean, honestly, they're kind of hard to find in automatic. There's only the newer ones. Back in the day, everybody drove Manuel. The lights just flicker.
Show the special BIOS port. The hell are you talking about?
It does have a flash button, so
What you mean?
I feel like normally one of the USB is labeled with BIOS, but I don't see one. I don't know.
Guys, if we lose power, it's a raining.
The BIOS flash buttons are really cool, but I can honestly say I think I've used one time in my whole life.
You know, I can tell that unit is out.
Because
just
like
quiet.
it hasn't even been like on.
It's just quiet.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the one email from the one dude? Where it's basically kind of like closing out, saying like that they can't do it unless we offer the one thing.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I figured.
I figured I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, just part ways from there.
I figured if they become desperate enough, they'll come back. They'll come crawling back to us.
Do you have a window to see the rain?
Yeah, we don't. We kind of have a window, but it's not a straight shot.
Yeah, it's like we're in the film area. Which is there anything? I'm looking around.
You looking for leaking?
Looking for anything that I can't show people. All right, here we go. Let's turn around.
Like figuratively leaking.
Yes, if you guys have not seen The Office, this is what's behind us. And this is the new modification that Jonah's been working on. It's still work in progress.
You should give him a thumbnail real quick and just put, I need your help.
Yeah, here we go. Right here, guys. Text right here.
I
need your help. So this is the new organization slowly coming together. But see, we're in like a little room where there's no like direct window to the outside. You might kind of be able to see, but through that window right there, you can see the other window on the right side. And it is dark as hell out there.
We like to keep it like a casino here, guys, so that nobody knows what time it is, so we can keep them working.
And then we go, wee.
Okay. Acceptable cable management. We'll take it. All right, let's turn this thing on and see if the RGB actually works. We got a weird config going here, guys. We got 4-pin and 3-pin combined. Oh, we're gonna need this. You know what's funny is I think that cooler was I think this cooler and the case were actually the last things from that haul.
Go ask him if he's got more.
Yeah, I was thinking that if you felt like reaching out on X.
On X. I doubt he'll have as much as he had because I don't think he's really
Unless he's just been
going crazy with the content.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he didn't forget about us because I don't want him to pawn shop that crap. They won't give him nothing for it. We'll give him everything. I wonder if he ever got a hold of the one lady that literally like said to email her and I did, and she just never responded about like the potential.
Doing one,
yeah. She just never even like acknowledged it.
I've seen they had a couple other ones, but they've been more on the West Coast now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why you get the emails for them. I'm like, I'm not going to that one.
Well, it was funny because there was those, what are they, like the Jones, not the Jonas Brothers, but like there's like the Jones, the Josh Bros or something. They had a few million followers, but I just remember everybody that was there was from either like Indiana or Kentucky. And, so we went around, we had to introduce ourselves, and they would really go, yeah, we don't really know why we got invited. We drove all the way from Utah, but hey. And the lady goes, you guys are from Utah? And they were like, yeah. And she was like, I don't know why you guys got invited. And they're like, yeah, us either, but we saw free food, so we showed up.
What do you guys think of these Bottleneck calculators? Seen someone on Reddit saying 7000X3D Bottleneck's 4080 so ridiculous. Well, that's not accurate. So one thing too, and I'll do the test myself, is, and I even messed it up when I first tried it, there are settings on the Bottleneck calculator that you need to set, and also they add way too many variables. So like, honestly, if you have a 4080 with any modern CPU, even like a Ryzen 5 7600, if you put in that you're playing games at 4K, it'll probably pop up a less than 5% or 0% bottleneck because the GPU will be at 100%. But you have to make sure to select. So like, I'll go ahead and do, you said 7800X3D with a 4080. All right, so we'll do 4080. 4080, the normal 4080, which logically you know that's not going to do it. Some people under purpose will leave it on general tasks, which at that point I think it just picks the CPU, but like I don't really know why. Honestly, it should be graphic intensive tasks first because that's gaming. And then you would set the resolution. If you're having a 4080 build, at the very minimum, I'm going to put 1440p. And then we'll do the calculation. And that says, yeah, honestly, that's stupid. It says at 1440p, the 7000X3D is too weak for a 4080.
It's so dumb. What, like, okay.
It says 11% bottleneck.
What
That's
about
stupid.
do a 7950X3D and see what that says.
Let's see.
That is literally the, I mean, and even then, they say the 7000X3D is the best gaming CPU on the market. So in
That
theory,
says 0.
that's dumb.
Yeah, that says no bottleneck, which is not right. They're probably really undervaluing or underrepresenting what the 7000X3D can do.
Can I ask which city you live to eat 2 hours a day of traffic? Oh gosh.
Yeah, because that's not right. 7000X3D should be fine with pretty much any GPU.
Oh, Pinky Tech, I would be willing to bet that you could run the 12400F with the 7000XT and notice no bottleneck.
Yeah.
People really overestimate, well, for one, people overestimate, and they overestimate the importance of bottleneck, or the unimportance of bottleneck. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Matt and I have done freaking, we did one that was a fun test where it was like a 12th Gen i3 with a, was it a 4070 or something like that? We did something like that at some point. And it played every game we wanted. There was bottleneck, obviously, we're not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, it was an i3, but
It's all about expectations of the games.
yeah, it was. I remember we did it. It was like it was one of our versus builds, and you had an i5. I had the i3.
Yeah.
And I remember the i5 versus the i3. It was pretty minute difference in terms of gaming. Hub did a big CPU video, 7000X3D came out on top. Yeah, that's
everything we've heard in our testing.
Yeah, the 30V cache just really, in a lot of games, it goes crazy. And it just goes to show that Intel with like their i9s that are now, God, what are those, like 20 core, 32 thread? Yeah, still worse than an 8 core, 16 thread in gaming.
Yeah, and I would say, honestly, any of those online resources like Bottleneck Calculator, honestly that one, or just any online resource, you can use as like a basic sanity check if you're just wondering, but I would take it all with a grain of salt. I would not take it as like gospel that like a 7800X3D with a 4080 is going to be a bottleneck and you shouldn't do it. That makes no sense.
People need to understand too that those tests are AI basically.
Yes.
No one's going in there and testing each one of those and then entering in the numbers. It is basically all calculations based on theory.
Yeah.
It's just like the power supply tier list. No, I'm just playing.
It's like the tier list. It's all
theory. No. There's two. Oh, and then the wattage calculators.
Those
are also very
all just
theory.
based on like the numbers
The
that
manufacturer's
yeah,
numbers.
manufacturer's numbers, which they always aim high very high because for safe reasons you might as well, but you know.
Yeah, like if we ever
User benchmark is also you need a truckload of salt when you're using that. You know.
Oh, look, all of our graphics card box. I was about to grab a graphics card box and just look at the back of it, but yeah, like even something like I think like a 6600 XT on the back of their box will probably say, 600 watts
I think it
or
would
better.
say 600.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
grab one.
The 6600 guys literally pulls like I think they quote a max TDP of 134 watts. So theoretically, unless you have it paired with like a really high-end CPU, you could get away with like a 300 watt power supply.
This one's better than I thought. An ASRock RX 7600 recommends a 550 watt.
Nice.
That's still a little more than you actually need, but I would probably do a 5 or 550 watt with this build.
Because you go any cheaper or you go any lower wattage, and they're literally like more expensive because they're specialty.
So yeah, that one's not that bad, but some of them, yeah, they'll definitely over exaggerate.
What if 4090 boxes usually like 1,000?
Ooh, that's a good question. Do we have a 4090 box in here?
Oh, we got 4090s lying. That's why I told Pinky Tech. We got them lying around.
No, we do have a 4090 box. Let's see.
Yeah, user benchmark, you need a whole bag of salt. No, exactly. Yeah, you don't want to like. We'd never tell someone to get a power supply that like, in theory, would equal their total wattage used. I'd always tell people to add an extra like 100 to 200 watts minimum. Just because, like, for one, too, it's like, why not? You know, the pricing's so similar these days, but, during, like, power supply shortages, and, like, there's times where we go through phases where A 500 watt will be 30, 40 bucks, and then like the next best thing, like a 650 watt, will be like 80, 90 dollars. And when you're on a tight budget, I mean that's double the price for something that's not going to change performance at all.
This Asus Tough 4090 box. Oh nope, it's gone now. It's a dead QR code. They had a QR code that says recommended power supply table. So it's like a list of power supplies, but it doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
It doesn't say on the box. All it says is needs the single 16-pin power connector.
So in theory, well, no, that wouldn't. I was about to say like a 750 because that's usually when the. I think
It might be
even-
online. Let me see.
There's some 650s now that come with the PCIe 16 pin, but I guess technically they probably can't deliver the full 600 watts. That'd probably be bad. Meow.
See, Corsair says 850 or greater, which is actually more aggressive than I thought.
Like for a 4090?
Yep.
No, that's really not bad.
Yeah, Guru 3D says 850. Says if you're gonna do any overclocking or run like a ton of stuff, 1000 safe, but a good 850.
I remember at one point when 4090s came out, people were saying you needed like 1200 or more.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Did you get a little wet there, sir?
Are those some wet boys?
They're wet as
that
hell.
that almost came out bad. You got a PC at Goodwill, but you can't find the specs. Uh-oh. That's classic Goodwill for you guys. I gotta see this.
We were just talking about on stream graphics cards that write
No H
down,
drive.
like, what
It's not
the
a hard
minimum
drive,
power
it's an H
supply
drive.
wattage is.
There's
And I was looking
14
at
bids.
the 7600 wasn't that bad. The 4090 didn't even tell you; it just gave you a QR code to scan to look at a list of power supplies. But that QR code doesn't even work
Goodwill
anymore.
Industries of Upstate Midland, South Carolina. So they do give you the it's a cyber power, and they give you the what's this called? Oh, this yeah, they don't give you any specs.
Oh, this is another.
Yeah, 14 bids at 133 bucks with.
I'm gonna bet I know exactly what that is. That is a Ryzen 5 5500 with a
Yeah.
7600 or 6600 cyber power that we've seen a ton of times.
I would be surprised if it was
There
a
it is.
7600, but maybe.
He knows.
That'd be crazy if that was at Goodwill already.
They have been all over eBay. The people are
why.
selling for like 500 bucks on eBay. Like, huh?
I say, well, I mean,
I'll watch it.
It still has 3 days left, but yeah, if it was to go for like, I'd probably say like no more than like maybe like 275, 300 bucks. You know, I think
Yeah.
anybody would make a go with that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, we're
you
gonna
see how
find
it
somebody to
said it
raid.
doesn't have an
Tim, are
H
you
drive?
streaming right now? Too easy, Tim. I'll see if you're streaming.
Stealing kisses.
Oh, he's stealing hearts.
So they say you made out like a bandit because they steal kisses.
This was the I used the last of the one dude's cases and coolers finally. This is actually kind of cool.
It's kind of neat.
It's like a little lightning. It's a little Harry Potter lightning bolt.
Over. Join us hungover.
Really?
A little bit.
Ah, Tim, is he wearing the PC Bros hat though? Let's go.
That's about being hungover.
McAllister, I'm gonna do something crazy right now.
Ugh, ugh. Dude, the idea that's awful.
No, I was thinking that. I was like, that's why McAllister's gonna hate this.
You know what? You know
All
what
right.
deserves it.
What does it? All right, guys, we're raiding. Too Easy Tim. We'll be live Sunday for the gaming stream. Maybe Warzone if Jonah's on it.
Maybe.
All right, guys. See y'all.